Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So we got a bunch of good games to play today. Doing Atari ST stuff today. So thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Looks like we already have Kobu Retro in the chat. Thanks for joining, Kobu. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, so let's get this party started. We got a bunch of stuff going on today. I went through and was able to actually set up some of the games that I've been meaning to set up for a while, as well as learn how to play them. Some of these games, it takes a while. I mean, the fact that if it's not just a standard issue arcade game, that's not going to work. If it's not just a standard arcade game and it actually take work for me to get going, sorry for that. Just trying to orient. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it. Anyway, if it takes some effort to learn how to play the game, usually it kind of falls to the lower part of the list as far as what I want to stream. So there's a couple today that I actually had to spend time actually learning. There's also something I've mentioned in the past is some games are a little bit more finicky than others, especially on the Atari ST, to get working. Whether it's like a lot of these I use like the hard drive images, and so sometimes it's a little funky to get going. So everything should be all working today, but let's get this started. Okay, so first up we have Commando, and actually I had went by. In the past, I've mentioned this in the past when people have recommended games, so I usually like to call that out. So Commando was actually one of the favorite games by Into the Vertical Blank. So we're gonna play that. So hi Brandy D, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Let's do this Commando. So I believe I had played this once or twice in the past. I'm not great at it. It's actually, as far as like shooters go, it's not easy. It's one of those things that I was, kind of like, all right, yeah, cool. I'll fire this up and try it out and see how it goes. And I'm just like, wow. So I tried my best getting better at it. Music's a little low for it. So it's a Capcom game. So let's do this here. Okay, so we can. It's one where you just got to keep pressing the button and to shoot, and then you hold down the button to fire your grenade, which was a little bit odd at the beginning. I think because I was used to holding down a button for just to shoot, and it kept firing the grenade, and so I was like, "What's going on here?" So you have to let's see, this will work. All right, cool. But yeah, it's I still have not gotten great at it, so we'll play a few times here. So I think that's one of my guys I'm supposed to be rescuing, probably not shooting. Let's see. Man, need to enable a cheat or something on this thing. It's not easy. And I know I'm not the best at these games, but that's okay. We'll get there. I think it's weird that the bad guys have blue guns. I'm not sure why they did that. The guys are also very sporadic the way they move. It's like kind of hard to predict which way they're going to be running. Got him, but died. I tried to get him, tried to save him. It's kind of embarrassing, sorry. I don't know if I can kill the other guy. He just keeps running. We'll keep trying. Interesting. I'm getting a message saying that the bitrate is low. I'm not sure why. It's weird. Let me check on something real quick. Not getting any drop frames or anything. It's just saying that the bitrate's low. Odd. Normally it doesn't say that, so I'm not sure why. And I'm not going to mess with it midstream. I've learned that the hard way. Trying to mess with that during a stream is kiss of death. Good evening, Thomas. Thank you for joining. Get to see me play Commando very badly. It's just always kind of hard to tell which way those grenades are gonna fall. Ah. Nice. I'm gonna have to do that on a stream soon. About Dread being released for the ST. So I don't remember. Does that use is it a STE or is it ST? Something kind of cracks me up is the bullet size in this game. It's like, I mean, I guess it's so you can see them, but it's kind of hilarious. It's like, it'd be like paintball size. Oh, saved him. The second guy was really hard to kill, though. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing here. I'll have to keep trying, I guess. What I should do is just do the. A lot of times these have trainers, so I should just do the trainer, which I always ignore the trainer. But for games like this, it might be a decent thing to turn on. Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. I still need to set up my Ultra Satan. I still haven't. There's too many things going on. I'm just going to go over here and not worry about trying to get every little thing. Ouch. I got a little farther. Alright, that's enough torture. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this next game was called Black Sect. And so this was originally in French. And it was only kind of, I guess, partially translated to English. And so I was checking it out, and it was actually recommended by, let's see, let me go find who was recommended by. It was recommended by lap_Mick on Twitter. And so I had never heard of it before, and so I wanted to check it out. And it's a pretty cool game. Actually, it's a point and click adventure game. It's got really cool intro and stuff, so I'll get that going. Okay, we can probably skip the rest of the credits. So the instructions obviously were a bit hard to decipher. Actually, I went through the manual a little bit to try to figure out what I was doing, as well as looking online, looking at some playthroughs and stuff. They did do a remake of it on the PC, I believe. So I believe that the looking at videos, it looks like the remake is a lot easier to play, just because it has a lot of stuff where you can hover over things and make it a lot easier to see what's going on. So welcome to a mysterious adventure. Good luck. Okay. So the deal is that you have this cursor, and you know, if you just click on stuff, it doesn't do anything. So what you have to do is you actually, if you go over here, it's got these keys set up so that you can, if you want to look at something, you can click on here, and then you can click on, say, the fountain. Okay. Not very deep. Okay. And the thing is that these are mapped to the numeric keypad. And one of the things the one issue that I have is the fact that playing on with emulation is the thing is the keypad is actually set up a little differently than on a real ST. And that is because like where the num lock is, or rather on the ST where the braces, or no braces, parentheses are, for whatever reason, they decided to put those on the numeric keypad too. That's not a standard thing, I don't think, but for whatever reason, they did that on the Atari ST. So like the left parenthesis is a paren, whatever, is the numlock key, which isn't actually a mappable key. So what I actually set it up is I actually set up the delete and enter end keys to be the correct keys. So like if I wanted to do look at something, I can hit the delete key and I can say, okay, I want to look at the shutters. Okay, I can click on it again and click on this. Now, in more, if this was developed in modern games, you would probably have something where if you click on it, you want to look at it. I mean, it's kind of the standard if you were to do that. It's kind of annoying to have to just keep clicking buttons, but whatever, it is what it is. So basically, we can interact with things in the world. I haven't figured out all of these. That we've got to open and we got to close. We got a break, a push, I believe. So we can actually. So some of them, it's like it gives you a hard time if you do the wrong thing. Certain things it expects you to have something in your hand. So you can give. So this one, I don't remember which one this one is. You're expected to have something in your hand. I know I can interact with this with this fountain. So let's see, maybe no, that's to put enough of this banter. There's a little kind of interesting mistranslation stuff, but so this one, weightlifting, so it gives you a hard time. It's kind of annoying. But so one of the things we can do, I know, is we can open the shutters. So I'm going to try clicking on, on the buttons here to see. So we can open up the shutter. Yay. And now we can actually, I think we can, if I click on break, it says letting off steam. So we can actually rotate a bar and we can talk to the bar. Silence. Nothing in your hand. So I'm clicking on stuff on the... oh, cool. We found some cheese inside the house, which is kind of interesting. And so we can put it in our inventory, I believe. Maybe not. So we want to actually take the bar right here. A solid bar. Okay. So now we can actually look. We can look in here again. Curiosity killed the cat. Okay. All is quiet. However, you have the impression that you're being spied on. Okay. Let's try. We can try. Let's see. We can try opening the door. It's locked from the inside. Okay. No way. But we can open this door. Okay. And we can click on this, which allows us to, gives us the directions in which we can move. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside. So this is the, this is a guy standing here and we can talk to him. You have to pay me in cash. Okay. I'm not buying anything. Have you lost your head? You can just keep clicking on different things. I don't know what all of them will do. Are you moving house? I have no idea what he means by that. So we can we can look at him. We can do these things. What strength? Okay. Let's go ahead and leave. So we have a bar. And we can go north. A very convoluted control system. It's weird that they went this way when better controllers like Monkey Island and Future Wars were already released years ago. Yeah, it's a little weird. So we can click on different things in here. We can look at, say, the tree. There's no chance of it falling. Okay. Now, another thing that's annoying about some of these games is the fact that you can actually, you can click on different areas, but you don't know what you can react with. That's one of the things I really don't like about a lot of these is in some games, if you hovered over it with your mouse, and I think they did this in like the remake, I think they have it so that if you hover over the mouse or hover over an item, it'll show you what you can interact with. And unfortunately with this controls mechanisms, it's like, I have no idea. You can push. Oh yeah, that's right. Delete looks. So we can look. Oh, nothing of importance. Okay. So we can look. So you can get a piece of soap. Okay. So we can try, not breaking. Let's try. We can, need to set up a, there's a take, weight lift. Okay, so I think it's this button here. If we want to take the bar of soap. So we now have the bar of soap. Okay. LOL, YouTube decided to give me the stream at 426 by 240. Ugh. True Blurry ST screen feeling. Let's see if a reload fixes that. Me too. I had to set HD manually. After reload, all HD glory. Sorry about that. Yeah, for whatever reason, YouTube did it as a weird. It gave me a little warning saying I wasn't streaming fast enough, but then it went away. So I don't know. For whatever reason, it was funky. So I'm glad it's all good now. And Gunstick, thanks for joining. So we can actually take a look at this dude here. The best grinder in the region. For Starglider and Goldrunner, you need to play the intro music for a bit. Yep, we'll do. No worries. Yeah, I tried to play the intro music. Suicidal Candidate. Okay. So basically you can probably try talking to this guy. You can't pass without a ring. Okay. The price for passage is a ring. Okay, so we can go west and we can go south. So let's try going west. See what we got. Okay. I mean, the game is beautiful. I will give it that. Nothing worth mentioning. The thing is that I don't know what I can interact with, which makes it to a point where you just keep clicking on random things. It's a perfectly normal stone. It's giving you a hard time for trying things, which it kind of cracks me up. Only stones. And it's like, well, if you knew what you were doing, then it wouldn't be that big a deal. But it just keeps bugging you. Like, why would you do that? Reminds me of asking a question on Stack Overflow or something. It's like chastising you for asking a question or doing something silly. So we have a bar. Oh, and it looks like we have strange. The current seems to be getting stronger. So for whatever reason, it changed after we came in here. And it looks like we have somebody here. I can report, Dread runs on original hardware. It is real, and it looks stunning on a CRT. Now back to the show. Well, thank you. I'm going to have to set that up. I do have the VGA adapter, so I need to actually set that up to be able to do that. So I actually could do an actual ST on this stream, I think. We'll just have to see if my capture card handles the lower refresh rate. So actually, I was looking at this person, the washerwoman. Okay, so we can talk to her, I believe. And she says, "Who has nicked my soap? I can't have it lost again." Well, we actually happen to have soap, which is kind of funny. All right, so we can let's see, find the give action. I think is up here. No, that's the take. Did I not map? Stop taking the Mickey. So as in joking around. There's a lot of, I noticed they use a lot of slang in there, which is kind of funny. So I think we can give the soap, but it didn't do anything. So let's see if she says anything now, or I'm talking to her. The washerwoman. Okay. Let's try talking to her. It's just the controls are a bit clunky. See if she... oh no, where is my soap? Okay. So I maybe I dropped the soap? I don't know. A bar of soap. Okay. Nothing else. You find a solid bar. A bar of soap. Enough of this banter. Okay. I want to give it to her. So let's see. This is interesting. So I brought this up by doing this. So That's to take. That's I'm trying to think of what I can do with it. Stop. You're going to damage it. So we can look at it. It has already been used. That's probably to drop it. Nothing else. Okay. You find a solid bar. Nothing else. So I think she it dropped it instead of trying to give it to her, which is irritating. I'm sure at the time this was a really cool game. Oh, I gave her, I guess she took it or something. Just says silence now. Oh, now she's, who has nicked my soap? Well, I have not nicked your soap. I had your soap. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. A bar of soap. What is that? Okay. What did that do? Okay, let's see. A bar of soap. I'm not sure what all these do. No indications. It's just really, really odd. Push. Okay. It's been dry for a long time. It's that it smells of lavender, so you can smell it, apparently. Stop, you're going to damage it. I want the option to give. Is this really useful? So that's to drop, I think. Okay. It didn't do anything. Annoying. You find a solid bar. A bar of soap. All right. Let's try a little different thing. Oh, one thing it does have is a help thing, which is kind of cool. Could be used as a detergent. Okay. Let's do so bar of soap. This is what we can do with the bar of soap. I have clicked on, I believe, all of these things. It has already been used. So let's see. Enough of this banter. So we can click on the button. See if we can. So I'm looking for a give. How about this? Give to her, maybe? Thanks. Finally. That took like forever. Thanks, lad. Here, take this safety pin to close the collar on your shirt. I didn't realize that my shirt was open. Thanks, I think. Okay. No idea what to do with that. I do know we can go find something else here, though. So, did do a little bit of investigative stuff here. So we have the cemetery. So we can look at the skull, and the there's a thieving magpie. You can actually, this is the thing that bugs me. You can actually look at, like, there's a thing where you can actually get at something in there, which is kind of annoying because you can't, you don't know what all you can click on. So let's see if I push on it, maybe. Part of the problem, I think, is the fact that he won't like that. Part of the problem is that there's too many actions, in my opinion, from a game design point of view. And yes, we talked about, or Kobu mentioned that why they would pick this control scheme. I agree, especially since if you look at all of these actions, this could be very, very much simplified and make it so that it would be a lot better controls. It's just too much. So anyway, let's move on. Interesting game. I feel like it's a bit clunky. The controls are it's just too obtuse. I don't like the control mechanism. The graphics and the sound and everything are really cool, but so yeah. So hopefully, so this next game, hopefully you guys don't give me too hard of a time for firing up. I was on Kobu's stream last week and this week, I guess, and he was playing International Karate and International Karate Plus, I should say, which I had played at one point on a stream. And so I have always had a soft spot for I've always had a soft spot for martial arts and karate and all that. And so growing up, Karate Kid Part 2 was sort of like I loved the movie. That was the Karate Kid movies obviously were awesome. And I've watched at least some of Cobra Kai and all that stuff. So Karate Kid was definitely a thing. This is one of the things that always irritated me on some of the ST games, though. You have to know that you have to hit the 1 button to start a 1-player game versus 2 to do a 2-player game. And it's so irritating because they could have put that on this screen. It's just frustrating. It's like, oh, you should know that you have to hit the 1 button. It's just whatever. Anyway, so this has kind of the controls are set up so that you have to hit it has 8 directions and then plus buttons, so it has 16 different possible moves. But the game is hard. I will say, I went to I actually beat him. Amazing. That's the first time I think I beat the computer. So we can, one of the things that is kind of irritating is the fact that they chose some of the controls that they chose are a little bit odd. The animation's good and all that, but it's, I think one of the problems I also have is the fact that the collision detection is kind of very odd to me. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play, just because I am not great at this, I'm going to put on a 2-player game so you guys can see through the levels here. So we can walk around. The animation, I think, when you're fighting is okay. When he's walking, it's funky. You can see his something's going on with his middle area there. Also, his eyes turn into like a unit eye, kind of like looks like Leela with the Cyclops thing going on. Anyway, so you can so upper right punches, upper punch, left and right moves, lower punch for that, down, duck. The bottom left is a jump forward, which is kind of cool. Flips are always an awesome thing. I've always loved flips. It's just a thing. And then upper right, or upper away, I should say, is to flip around. So you can switch directions and stuff. And then up is to jump. So then what we can do is hit the button and then do all these. So we got an upper kick, up and button is a jump kick, forward and button is just a forward kick. But see, here's the thing. It's like if you're just past him just a little bit, it doesn't connect, and that's annoying. It's like it should be doing something, but it's like kicking through him, I guess. So low kick, high kick, really low sweep kick or whatever. And then we got the cool jump. So if you hold down the button, it's a back flip. If you don't hold down the button, it's a front flip. It's kind of a weird way to do it. And then we have the spinning back flip, or a spinning back roundhouse, is always just the coolest kick ever. It's like the best kick in karate, in my opinion. But it's just the coolest thing ever. So it's like always you want to be facing away and then do the spinning back flip. It's just back kick. It's just awesome. Time for concentration. So this is kind of funny. I wanted to show you guys this. This is the part in Karate Kid where he's catching a fly with chopsticks. And you have a certain amount of time to do it. I love it. One of the things that's funny is if you look at the Mr. Miyagi's eyes, it cracks me up. So I just keep randomly clicking the button and hope. Come on. There we go. Got him. Now that it'll do it for player 2, but unfortunately we don't have a player 2 right now, and the controller is not plugged in. So try player 2. Yeah, it's not gonna work because I don't have a 2-player second player controller in. But anyway, it's I had this game when I was a kid, and it's not great, but whatever. It's Karate Kid, so that immediately makes it better in my opinion. But yeah, Mr. Miyagi looks kind of drunk. His eyes, those are a little bit kind of creepy the way they did his eyes, because nothing else moves. So it kind of reminds me of those paintings that you see in like haunted houses or whatever, where the eyes follow you around. Hi, Sea Falcon 030. Hi from me too for a bit. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. So this is Karate Kid Part 2. And it's kind of cool. It does play the theme, which is cool. I feel like they spent more time on the theme and the title than they did on the actual game, which is kind of sad, because the characters, I mean, if you look, they're pretty phoned in. I mean, they're the same model, same graphic, just different colors. So it pales in comparison to International Karate Plus, but it's licensed. So yeah, instantly it's much better, right? Because it's licensed. No, it's always much worse. I don't know what it is, but licensed games are just. I have rarely ever found a good licensed game. It's just, at least in this era. In they got better, obviously, and with Nintendo and stuff, and some of the games that they did licensed stuff. And there are some exceptions. Ghostbusters, that was actually a really good licensed game, but a lot of them are just money grabs. So it's Daniel-san. Yes. Please enter your name. It's like, I don't want to enter my name. All right, let's move on. So, all right. So here's the thing. The next game here is a game that I used to have, and it's one of those that's a bit difficult. Oh yeah, the Goonies. Yeah, I will say the 8-bit versions. You're correct. I think a lot of them, the bad ones, were in the 16-bit era. We had played was Masters of the Universe. That was a fun one. And a few others that were just like, oof. Frontier. Okay, so I have a very special place in my heart for this game. Yeah, Goonies was amazing. I actually, I never beat it back in the day, so when I started getting back into emulation, I did save states and I beat the game, which was cool. I think I could only get up to the big skull level. I couldn't get past that. So I managed to beat, I think it was 10 or 12 levels. Amazing game though. You are correct. So maybe I'm overgeneralizing on the licensed bit, but you guys got to admit, licensed games are a lot of times a mixed bag. Okay. So Frontier Elite 2. So, a while back, I did show Elite, which I had never played Elite. But it's based off, this is Elite 2, which is a similar idea, but a lot more going on. And, on Batman Returns, RoboCop 3, yeah. As being good or bad, see Falcon 030? Let's see. So Frontier, this one is one I had to relearn how to play because it's a space, trading simulator. And obviously, if you guys have heard of Elite Dangerous, I believe that David Braben, the same guy who made this, was also involved with Elite Dangerous. So I think he's still kept up with the whole Elite saga. But if you've played any of those games, you'll know, you'll recognize the same idea very quickly. This is actually, I believe that Elite and Frontier and all that were based on a original game. I can't remember. I had looked it up at one point, but it's basically a space trader game. but you can do whatever you want in the fact that it is a sandbox game. You can so we're on a space station, or no, we're actually on a planet called Merlin. And so we can actually click on a lot of these. This is one of the things, trying to figure out what all these things did, again, was fun. Now, here's the crazy thing is, I remember playing this back in the day. I did not have a manual, for obvious reasons. And I learned how to play the game, which, figuring out some of these games is kind of nuts without having a manual on some of these. It's like, really? How the hell did I do it? I have no idea. But the idea here is that we are on this planet and we can do several things. We can talk to different people and areas within the space station. So we're at the Sirocco station. And so we can do a launch request if we want to take off, which we don't want to just yet. But we can actually look at the stock market, and we can look at the bulletin board to see if people want to have a ride somewhere. I'm too old for these complex games. I completely understand Sea Falcon 030. To be honest, most of the time when I'm playing a complex game, it's on a modern system. So for me, going back and playing more of these complex games on these, I have a hard time. So I agree. I wouldn't say I can't play it, but I have to put in some effort. I need to really put in the time to be able to learn it. This game, because I had played it back in the day, I was like, you know what? I need to spend the time. Let me just kind of briefly go through this game. So the idea is that we can buy and sell stuff here in the stock market. There's kind of three main things that you can do in this game. You can you can trade stuff, so you can get buy and sell. You can upgrade your machine, your equipment, and you can also take people and take jobs going for things. I get that, especially if you have modern alternatives that do all these intuitively. The Elite Dangerous actually is a very good example of this. Elite Dangerous is very much the same thing, just a modern version of it. It's more complex because there's just so much going on, but it does help you quite a bit more. With these games, not so much. So basically what we can do is, I'm not going to spend too much time here, but what I can do is I can buy something and sell it in a different area. So I'm going to actually buy some animal meat, because I know the place that we're going to go actually wants animal meat. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm also going to see if if anyone needs anything to be sent to, what is it called? Barnard Stars, where we want to go. So I'm going to find, and this is actually in the manual as being like the quick start, which was kind of cool. Payment of $900 for credits for passage on a ship for a group to the Barnard Star system. That'd be great if we had actual space for crew, which we do not have. Eventually, what you can do is you can get more space in your rig to be able to do it. So we can actually click on here to see if there's anything that they need. Documents and messages, but they're not going to Barnard Star. And let's see if there's anything that we can do. A group, we don't have room for a group. Arcturus, Sol system, and we can only really go one system away, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's see. And it is one of those things you think you can buy fuel to be able to go further away. And so we got an item to buy, and actually I don't have any more cash. So we have an item that we're gonna buy, or we bought an item and we want to go over to this Barnard Star over here. So I'm gonna go over here. And so one of the things that's really cool in this game is that the world is procedurally generated. So it's got an entire galaxy, and so you talk about like the idea of No Man's Sky being however many millions of planets or whatever. It's like, yeah, well, they've been having that for a long time. Let's see. You guys are talking about modern games. I haven't seen any modern game that takes more than 5 minutes to understand. Yeah. A lot of the games that I play take a lot more than 5 minutes to play to understand. I personally like games like Factorio, Dwarf Fortress, stuff like that, which take a lot more than 5 minutes. But that's okay. But it's hard for me to spend the time on some of the older games, just because it's like, well, unless I'm going to invest, 20, 30, 40 hours into the thing. So one of the things we can do here is we can look to see all the different planets that are in this system. And so we want to go to this Boston base here. So we can actually click on this, and then we can zoom in and look at the different areas in this system. So we can actually, we're going to Birmingham World, and then let's see. We need, why is it locking up? It should not be, that's weird. Did not want to do what I wanted to do here. Okay, Boston base is where we're going to want to go. So we're going to click on Boston base. Actually, what we need to do is we need to take off. So let's get out of here. Let's launch. And so we can, clearance granted. So we can do this, and we can, I'll turn it up a little bit. And so we can bring our nose up, and we can hit enter to make our machine go. And then what we can do is I wanted to go to the Barnard Star, look for here, and go to the map here, and zoom in to, let's see, try this again. It's weird. It's like zoomed way in, and it's like, I don't want that. I want it to zoom out to Boston base here. So there's Boston base, and I believe what we need to do is we need to actually do a hyperspace jump to get there. Okay. Undercarriage down. It might be damaged. So that's interesting. Okay, so we want to do a hyperspace jump. Okay, and so now we've gone to this the new system, and what we want to do is now do what I was trying to do. Let's go find this base. It's kind of weird. It has music going while it's doing it. And keep doing that. Okay. It's kind of cool. It has animation of the things going on and stuff. So what I want to do is I want to be able to choose, oh, you already taken off Sea Falcon 030? Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. Take care. Yeah, a lot of retro games with classical music in it. There's a good reason for classical, because it's not copyrighted. So one of the things that's kind of cool is you can look at your ship and everything and see everything you have in here, as well as your crew, your profile for Commander Jameson. So this is one of those games where you can get a whole crew and everything and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. Oh, we can click the box to say refuel. It'd be at the when we're at a base. Okay, so let's see. We want to go to Barnard Star, which we're there. We want to go here, the Boston base orbital station. So I was doing this earlier, and I was able to get it to go, and I was having issues just now to be able to try to figure this out. Because what we want to do is we want to engage the autopilot, and we can zoom in, and then we can find what we want to do is this F10 should be opening up to be able to click on a target that we wanted to go to. Anderton Depot. I'm going to try for a little bit and then give up after a while. So there's some of the things where it's like, okay, I didn't do something right for whatever reason. It doesn't like me. So one of the problems is that this is a 3D map, and so things that look like they're close aren't necessarily that close. So like the Fummel Hot or whatever is kind of far away, and so it makes it kind of difficult when you're trying to figure out where you want to go. So I want to go Boston base, sure. And what's this? Can I do anything here? I don't think so. And we wanted to find. We can look in here. Oh wait, hold on. I get it. This is what the problem is. So the thing is, it looks like the same thing when you are going to click on. And this is a UI problem. I wanted to see this star map here, but I have to, in order to hit the target, which is the F10, I actually have to do it within the F2 button, not the F10, which it's kind of annoying. Really annoying, actually. So we're going to click on Birmingham World, and we want to find that Boston base. Should be right about here. There we go. So I can click on there and click on Boston base. And now we have autopilot engaged, which is pretty cool. And then we can actually fast forward. Why aren't I moving? Oh, I have to hit autopilot on. One more time. There we go. And autopilot is engaged. So you can actually speed up time, which is kind of cool on here. So you can go click on these different things to make it so that you can get there a lot faster. For the time, this game just, it blew me away with the amount of detail that it had. So it's kind of cool. We actually, clearance granted, it actually sends us to, it'll actually dock and all that for us with autopilot mode on, which is really cool. Trying to do this manually, especially to start, is not easy. So it's actually kind of cool when you come in here, the amount of detail that they have for the base. Boston base even says it on the outside there. $50 meters. Okay. Don't wreck. Come on, autopilot. You can do it. It looks like I'm going to be hitting the wall there. Or the floor, I guess. Oh, it did. Huh? The autopilot broke my ship. Whoops. That's funny. Commander Jameson died. Okay. Yeah. So that was fun. The autopilot. The autopilot's not supposed to do that. But yeah, I don't know why it did this time. Regardless. Very good autopilot. Yeah, I know. Love it. All right, let's get on to something a little bit easier. So let's see. So kind of catching up on the chat here. That was so silly. I demand a refund on the autopilot. Yeah, Factorio is intuitive. Yeah. The deal is that, me and a friend, we play Factorio a lot. And we've tried to teach some people before, and some people get it, some people don't. And I remember it was kind of funny. I was playing the game, or we were playing the game with one of our friends, and after playing for a couple hours, it was funny because he was like, "Why is this fun? I don't understand why this is fun. How anyone could like this." And it was kind of like, huh, well, I guess it's not for everybody. But he was like wanting a refund on it and stuff. I'm just like, wow, it's not that bad. Jesus. Because, I've put in hundreds and hundreds of hours on Factorio, and the same with, Dwarf Fortress. That's another one. It's a monster. Having basic control last 4 hours says a lot. Yes. What's funny is I was very, and I need to do a video of Dwarf Fortress. I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I'd do a stream or a video series. But I remember back in the day, being in IT forever, it was always about having an O'Reilly book to be able to show you how to do something, because they were always really well made and all that. So when they came out with an O'Reilly book for Dwarf Fortress, I was like, all right, cool. I guess this is how I'm going to learn this game. So the description text says Atari 8-bit games. Does it? Does it? Did I screw up? Yes, I did. Whoops. Sorry about that. I will fix that. Hopefully it's fixed now. Okay, cool. I switched between them, so that's why it makes sense. But so once they had an O'Reilly book, I was like, I got to check this game out. And I was on vacation, and I read the O'Reilly book for Dwarf Fortress while I was on vacation. Now that's some light reading for you. And learn how to play the game. And by the time I actually sat down to actually play the game, I knew what I needed to do. So that should be saying something. So this is Goldrunner. If it moves, shoot it. I love the words of encouragement. Oh, nice. Rob Hubbard did the music? Nice. Didn't he do the music for Bruce Lee? He did a lot of things, I believe. I know that name. Nice. Sampled from ST Replay. I actually had that cartridge. The ST Replay cartridge. I had so much fun with that. When I was in college, I had the ST Replay, and I unfortunately I don't have the samples that I did when I was off in college, because I sampled my friends playing and my friends just talking and stuff, and I wish I had that these days. I was obsessed with samplers. thanks. This one's so weird how when you hit down, it goes backwards, which is so weird. Another one, this has like a total speed up mode, which, oh my god, I can't imagine actually wanting to use it. Just because this game is hard enough as it is. Can't imagine, hitting the gas on it. Oh no. Oh, interesting. Original tune is from C64 game Human Race. That's interesting. So they just repurposed it? That's kind of odd. That's kind of makes sense though, because I believe that Rob Hubbard did mostly like 8-bit stuff. That's why I was a little bit confused on doing a 16-bit. What's going on? My controller dead? No. My controller is not working for some reason. Odd. I wonder if my battery's dying. That'd be bad. Especially halfway into the stream. It is the year 2110. Mankind must flee from the earth, which it has decimated. Migration can only be achieved after first reducing the space pirates from the ring worlds. Have to wait of Triton to a helpless state. That is the task ahead for the Goldrunner. Let's try again. See if my controller's gonna cooperate with me. Alright, cool. That's working. Ow. Ouch. Not used to having walls in a game like this where if you do not miss that wall, you will die. And that's just kind of odd to me. Especially when it's not obvious. It looks just like background. It does not look like something that will hurt me. And these like shots that hurt me too. I don't know. Just trips me out here. I don't know. I don't like this backward stuff, but I was just trying it out. It's crazy fast. I mean, it looks really cool as far as the animation and stuff, or rather I guess how fast it goes. I mean, it's cool, but there's no way I could play it at that level. Yeah, spacebar makes you just fly, which is nuts. I don't know why anyone would use it. It's crazy. And yeah, granted, this is I'm just getting used to the game. This is it's a new one for me, so most of them are. I mean, yeah, I can hit the space bar and it just makes me fly like crazy. As if hitting this forward like 3 times isn't fast enough, yeah. Ouch. Don't fail now. Okay. Randomly saying Goldrunner. Odd. I don't like those like bullets or whatever the heck that comes off of these things. Some 8-bit have that bad habit too, having a wall, and you can only tell because there's a shadow next to it. Yeah, it's one of the things that's interesting to me is coming back, I've mentioned this before, I know, but coming back to some of these games and things that we are, we take for granted. So like the shadow thing, right? Well, a lot of these things on the ground have shadows, but this one has a big shadow. So I guess that means that it's going to hurt me. we take a lot of things for granted, and it's like almost like there's unwritten laws that we as gamers we know the rules for things, and so but back in the day we didn't have that. That wasn't really a thing, and so there was things that people did that didn't realize that was a problem, you know, and so it's kind of interesting, you know, playing some of these games, which again they were made before the you know, a lot of the modern games have come out to where you have no way to avoid it if I'm on the left hand side. So you just have to know, don't go on the left hand side. Which is just, yeah. It's just kind of sad because some of these games, while they're great in certain ways, there's certain aspects of them, in my opinion, that make them not so great. And they're completely fixable because they are playability things. And it's like those things that don't, you just have to avoid them, the shots that can kill you. And it's just, why? Don't fail now. The whole voice thing, I think someone got the cartridge, the ST replay cartridge, which was expensive, I will say, and was like, we need to put all voice call outs in this game, and just went nuts with it. Which is fine. I get it, especially because it was a very novel concept at the time of let's put voice in there. Those shots just are annoying. We'll say it's nice having the music and sound effects. Again. Left hand side. I don't know. That's what I do. Like when I'm playing a game like this, I don't know if it's just because I'm used to playing with multiplayer, you know, 2-player game or whatever. It's like I take the left side, you take the right side. You know, it's just kind of a thing. And so like on this game, well, you better not do that because you'll just die. And nothing you can do about it. Just do not go on the left. Keep going. Well, I can't stop, so okay. I think the thing cracks me up is the speed that this game has for no good reason. It's like, there's no way I'd want to go that fast. Because all you're going to do is just blow up. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it's just like, whoa. Yeah, no. I mean, the very pretty original concept, in my opinion, of being able to go backwards is pretty cool. Okay, I don't know what blew up there, but okay. The enemies look really cool. That's interesting. My shots are different than when they started. Because it's 4 shots right here. You'd think I would learn. So it's interesting. One voice is used for sound effects, which actually don't really happen. It's kind of more for the voice. You're finished. I don't know about that. It's kind of weird how the music stops when it's waiting for my input here. Let's go to the right. Let's Go to the right. Go away. Leave me alone. Really? Okay. It's just going blindingly fast. No idea where anything is going to kill me. All right, we got to move on. Cool game. I feel like there's just some aspects to it that could be better. I'm going to take a quick break here to replace my batteries because it seems like they're dying. I will be back shortly. Okay, I am back. Sorry for that. You like that? Okay. I don't know about professional, but, you know, I have some stuff. Okay, let's go to Starglider. Now, when I was prepping for the stream, I meant to play through all the games just to make sure I knew what I was doing. And I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, crap, I didn't play through Starglider. And hopefully it's not going to be too hard. That's pretty cool. They have their own theme song with vocals from Rainbird. It's unfortunate though that the way they did the sample, that they didn't have it repeat. They should have cut it off so that it wouldn't have like intro and outro time, so that it would just keep cycling. But it has like a you know, half a second pause, which breaks it to me. But it's probably enough time to go through it. Okay, you now have manual control. Okay, so basically it's like Star Wars the arcade game as far as style. No idea what I'm shooting at, but ooh, that's kind of loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Had to turn it up for the bitchin' music, but yeah. Doesn't look like the right mouse button does anything. Be nice to be able to move with it. Let's see if I can actually destroy anything. Sorry, first time playing this. Mostly I just made sure it worked. Then I was like, okay, moving on. So I can destroy that wedge of cheese. Or Pinewood Derby car. Doesn't seem like I can destroy anything. Sounds like I'm hitting something. This yellow thing moving around. Ooh, I finally destroyed something. I can hold it down, which is nice. Maybe I'm not supposed to destroy that. I don't know. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a battle zone kind of. Oh, nice walker we have over there. That's cool. Man, how many hits does it take on these things? Hopefully I'm actually trying to destroy that thing and not just friendly firing all over the place here. Shield depleted. Agav destroyed. Okay. Pilot rating rookie. Okay. Ah, can't fit it. Nope. There we go. That'll work. Says also works in monochrome. And the original version requires TOS 1.0 or something. The controls don't work in 2.x. I can't remember if this was one. I don't know. This was a patched version. I used I can't remember the Clax version or whatever, the hard drive one setup, so I wouldn't have those kind of issues. Game also has a dual boot format. Same disc works in Amiga and Atari ST. All game data is the same, just the code is different to adapt to the different hardware. Interesting. And the ST version was cracked by cracking on the Amiga and backporting into the ST. Very cool. Very, very cool info there. I have manual control. Let's see if I can do any better this time. So I'm wondering if, thinking maybe I just want to destroy the red stuff and not the blue stuff. That sounds like maybe a plan. But I don't know. Definitely let me know if I'm playing incorrectly. Oh man, things just keep coming at me. I don't see that on my radar. Can I do up and down or anything? No, that's to use mouse or those kind of controls. What I want is like a go faster button. But that might complicate things. Being on rails is probably not a bad thing. Come on. Jeez. I can't hit these 5 pixels from far away. Okay. Hitting it, I think. Finally, yay. I don't know what that purple thing is. Come on, fly by me again so I can shoot you. Looks like I do have a limited amount of energy, so... Oh, interesting. So it charges back up? What, he can hit me from that far away, but I can't hit him? That's bogus. I'm assuming that's something I want to kill since it's red. Unless it's not. Maybe it's some ground insulation or something. My gun's destroyed. I think my guns are gone. Great. Okay. Shield depleted. AGAV destroyed. Try space. Alright, let me try that. It's either a big bomb or hyperspace. I can't remember. Alright, I will try it. Yeah, it seems like space gets me going fast. And so that's maybe my speed up there. Holy crap. Okay, I need to slow down too. Okay. Well, at least I don't feel like I'm as much of a sitting duck. Just sitting there letting things destroy me. I can't hit them. They can't hit me. You know, it's all good. This might be a good thing to look at. Let a manual see what was that? There's a vocal thing. Don't know what it said. Damage alert. Okay. Looks like a bird. Actually, very much looks like a bird. That's funny. Damage alert. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't do much about it. Sorry. Reminds me of Falcon. Pull up. Pull up. Over and over when you get too close to the ground. It's like, yeah, okay. Thanks. All right. Oh, maybe one more. So looks like I do have directional up top, which is kind of cool. Showing which direction I'm heading. Damage alert. You worked at Argonaut? Alex Holland, thanks for joining. In the late 90s. Jez Pete Warrens. Okay, wow. That's cool. So did you work on this game, Alex? I guess it'd be late 90s. So this was probably earlier before you were there. All right, let's move on. So, I worked on hardware, the successor to the Super FX chip. Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. Right on. Let's go to the next one. Monty Python, and not Holy Grail. That's always what I gotta say. It's like, and the Holy, no, that's not it. Monty Python's Flying Circus, the computer game. So this is probably one of the most bizarre games we'll be playing today, but of course it's Monty Python, so it wouldn't be Monty Python without it being kind of off.
Monty Python Flying Circus.
I think that was supposed to be a fart sound. Game options. That's plus. And now. So we how to recognize different types of trees. Okay. Number 1, the larch. Gotta love it. Boom. Ouch. Gotta fire fish. Squish. Gotta love all the sound effects. Game over. I guess I can restart or keep going. Squish. Can I not go that way? I guess I can't go that way. Interesting. Funny. Congratulations, your score is far too silly. Let's see, how do I do this? Oh, I love it. Love the finger. I love the original artist from the show, Terry Gilliam. So Terry Gilliam did the art for this. That's just awesome.
Monty Python Flying Circus.
This game was so weird for me as a kid. I didn't know what Monty Python was, so never understood what was going on. Yeah, I don't think you're really supposed to quite understand what's going on because it's Monty Python. It's just yeah, it's meant to be just silly, just outlandish, just British humor. That's just you don't. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just weird. Just because they can. They do things because they can, and if they can get a laugh out of it, just because it's just bizarre, and that's the thing. And a lot of people, it's like, I don't get British humor or whatever. It's like there's not much to get. It's not cerebral in any way. It's just, it's silly, and that's okay. Can't go that way. All right, fine. And as a kid, yeah, I think it's one of those things you have to be introduced to Monty Python. I'm guessing that has, it's definitely a different situation if you grew up with it, which I didn't. As an American, Monty Python, yeah, it was on different channels and stuff on like, I don't know if PBS or not PBS, but it wasn't part of the normal mainstream stuff. And I didn't get into it until I was much, much older as an adult. A friend of mine said, because I hadn't seen Monty Python, the Holy Grail. And they're like, you haven't seen Monty Python? How could you have not watched this? And so I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm missing something here. So, and actually, funny enough, what got me interested in it was playing Chaos on the Atari ST. And because a lot of the samples are from Holy Grail. And so it's like, I had no idea what what the references were. Thomas, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time. And it's just, it's like, you got to check it out. So of course I did. And then immediately loved it, because after, when you come into it, if you're not introduced to it in kind of the right way, I think it's lost on a lot of people. And, there's a lot of people that say, oh, I can't stand British humor or Monty Python and stuff. And I don't know. I think that some of it might just be an acquired taste. And I can fit the whole title of the channel on there. If I can actually get there. I personally, really got into a lot of it, and I watched a lot of I don't know if it's going to fit, Red Dwarf and stuff like that. So I definitely got into it, and as well as reading a lot of it. Oh man, this is hard. Like for example, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which has a very similar style of humor. IBLE. Man, it'd been nice if I'd have picked a shorter title for my channel, but Kobu Retro probably fits everywhere. Okay, screw that. I'm not going to do it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Chase HQ, which I believe Hungred just did a video of. I believe it was Hungred. It's one that always shows up on lists of best games kind of deal, and I had never checked it out, and it was another one that was, I had to find a right version to get going. So this one is a hard drive version, but it's an Ocean title, which all know and love Ocean titles. Even in 3 spaces, I can put Kobu and it looks cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess MEP I could do MEP, but that's annoying. It's dumb. So I've never played this. I just made sure it works. Another one that, so it looks like it's a, shifting is the button. Looks like, okay, cool. But it doesn't look like there's any shooting from the car, I guess. .321 kilometers per hour. Okay, I guess I gotta go right. For some reason, it doesn't look like I'm going that fast. Besides, I don't think this car could go that fast, really. That's pretty fast. I always thought it was funny in like a lot of these older games, they just picked a random number on the speed. It's like, oh god, really? We're going on this road, really? Wow, this doesn't look safe at all. I don't know if this is this should be a roadblock or something on here, because this is not happening. Anyway, I just love how they pick random numbers for the speed. It's like, yeah, that sounds good. 204 kilometers per hour. I don't know the conversion to real measurement, imperial measurement, off the top of my head, but am I supposed to be doing something other than driving through all these bushes? I just went direction it told me to go. Nice air. Time 0 and didn't make it. All right, press fire. All right, we can continue. I like it. Should have an indicator like a sound effect saying that you've engaged the high gear or low gear. Let's try not hitting every car on the road. That sounds like a plan. Criminals here. All right. So am I supposed to do run them off the road? Oh, I got my siren on. Nice. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, it'd be really helpful to hear the engine so I can know when to shift. That would have been helpful. If he didn't tell you when to shift, it'd be nice. Or if it just had your RPMs so you could hear it. Criminals here. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Run them off? Oh, they're not doing anything. Come on. Is there multiple gears? I just have to keep hitting the... No, it seems like it's a high or low gear thing. Okay, well, he's catching on fire, so that's a good thing. Because we're going to kill the criminals by catching their vehicle on fire, I guess, huh? Let's see. It's a good conversion. Oh, I always wanted a Porsche 928 from playing Chase HQ in the early aughts. They were very affordable. Now they're super collected and too much. A Porsche, huh? I'm partial to American cars. I'm actually doing if you like cars, I'm actually working on a video series of working on my Camaro's 1968 Camaro. So so watch out for that. And let's see here. This is a good conversion ammo. I personally love the change of height on the terrain. Yeah, it's very nice. Game crying out for STE enhancement. Someone get a hold of Jonathan Thomas. Yeah, that guy. Jonathan. He does all the racing games. He's preoccupied right now with Stunt Car Racer. So he's been posting a lot of stuff about Stunt Car Racer. He's been doing a lot of blitter enhancements with it. So it says use turbo. I am not sure how to use turbo. I tried hitting the space bar. If there's a button that I don't know about, let me know. I'm not going to probably start randomly hitting buttons. Let's see. So holding the button doesn't do anything. It looks like it just shifts between high and low. But one of the things they could have done better, I think, is the wheel animation. It's kind of looks like your car is sort of hovering. I don't know if I want to go right. Right was like I had to drive through bushes and stuff. I don't want to do that. Come on, hello, let's go. Let's go. How do I get across there? Trying to go diagonal and it won't let me. There we go. All right. At some point, I would like to get to a point where I would start doing Atari ST stuff with blitter and all that. That'd be pretty cool. Not there yet. Working on 8-bit stuff. A little bit simpler. I don't know if you guys are followers on Twitter, but I've been working on some Atari 8-bit stuff. And I'm actually working on a series on doing development. game development, and I want to do basically showing you how to do game development from scratch on the 8-bits. So so that should be kind of cool. There's a lot of tutorials out there and stuff, but well, not a lot, but there's some tutorials out there, and it's really cool. But it's kind of like it just shows you one-off stuff. It's like, here's how you do one little thing, not actually how you build a whole game with it. And so that's where I kind of I'm interested in that, so I am going to make a video of that, and hopefully other people will be interested too. So I've done a decent amount of game development, not on old hardware, only on modern stuff. But I do know I have done a lot of assembly language stuff. So, it's pretty cool. But yeah, it would be neat to also work on some of the stuff that Jonathan's been working on, to take some of these old games and, modernize them, or maybe do some of the hard drive adaptations, or dealing with making it so that some of the games are just better in general. I don't know if I'm just trying to make this guy catch on fire or what, because I don't really have a button, as far as I know, to shoot him. Spacebar doesn't do anything. So I got a red bar over there. I'm guessing that means that that's a good thing, right? Oh, okay. Okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of first-degree murder. The New York armed robber has been spotted, blah, 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 on the sports car on the freeway.
Giddy up, boy.
Ah! That's not what I wanted. Let's try. One thing that's kind of cool is it does lower your gear, whereas in the hard, like when you crash. Actually, it seems like, are there 3 gears? Because it seems like I'm I hit it once and then it only gets up to like 200 kilometers or something. It's kind of hard to make that turn. Wasting time trying to get back on the road. Come on. Running out of time. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Crash. Okay, come on. So can I continue? All right, let's do it. So it's interesting because it's an arcade game. It gives you a certain amount of credits. So it looks like I was in high gear already, so it's slow. It needs to have an indicator somewhere showing your gear. Ah, it's right there. Okay. So it is 2. Okay, I see now the upper left. I didn't think that was a gear shift. You would think that would be by the speed. Criminals here. Okay, I'll just bang into him again. Not sure why it just seems odd that you can crash into a thing. You should be able to like shoot their tires or something. Man, it gets a little hard to just keep pushing up constantly. Music's kind of weird, and this theme is kind of odd. This one's cool, but the other one's weird. All right. If there is a turbo, definitely let me know, because I don't know of one. And from a game like this, I usually don't look at a manual. It could be some obscure letter. Your initials. Okay, cool. All right. It's really fun to read Jonathan Thomas on Twitter. He posts all the things he does and explains them as simple as he can. Yeah, I strive for that. Especially with the stuff that I'm, doing with my development work. He goes into the actual code and stuff on Twitter. For me, I could do that, but it's out of context is a little bit, I'm not sure how valuable it is. For stuff like that, where everybody knows what's going on, perfect. Let's see. A toolkit for making Atari 8-bit games would be great and ambitious. A toolkit could be interesting. I think the biggest problem with a toolkit is it really kind of depends on the kind of game you want to make with it. Like what I'm doing, I'm using characters and stuff, so I'm not using a lot of the typical things that the games use. So it would work well for tile-based games. So maybe that would be the thing. It's like how to make a tile-based game. But I am going to be my thing is going to be making a roguelike. So that's the idea. Is I want to make a roguelike on the 8-bit. Alex says, "Did you see the Dread demo for the STE? Mega Demo Coder just ported his Doom clone demo to the STE. I need to watch it. I haven't seen it. I heard about it, but I actually haven't seen it. Thomas posted it last time. Definitely need to check it out. I would like to check it out on the channel. Apparently, Thomas was on here earlier and he said that it was actually available for download. So I'm going to definitely have to check that out. And let's see. Big Blitter engine game. Yeah, imagine. Looks like 3 turbo symbols lower left. Ah, yes. So, let's see. Back there is an 8-bit Unity you might want to take a look at. 8-bit Unity as in Unity 3D for 8 bits. That seems odd. Unless you're talking, are you talking about actually doing Atari 8-bit development with Unity? That's that doesn't compute in my brain. But in any case, let's move on to the next game. North and South. How are we looking on time? Okay. We're doing okay. We're a little bit behind, I guess, but been talking too much, I guess. So North and South keeps popping up as a game that people really love. Hungrid, hi, how are you? Hope I'm not too late. You're just fine, man. We got a couple of games. We got our headliner games here coming up. North and South, we're just about ready to play. I just played through Chase HQ, which I believe you just did a video for. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, so North and South is one I've been kind of avoiding because it was one that, it's basically like a Risk game, which I like Risk, but, learning how to play some of these strategy games on the older machines, it can be a little bit daunting. So this one, it wasn't too bad, but the problem is the controls. Controls are kind of funky. But the game itself is actually really cool. So it's got different languages, which is cool. So let's do English. So it is, I would consider it basically like a Risk game. So we're just going to use the basic things. So we're basically, it's, North versus the South, Civil War. stuff. So April 1861, the southern states have opened hostilities by taking Fort Sumter. The armies are being formed. The chances of victory are the same for both sides. Everything is possible. Okay, so basically, I am playing as the North, and I can move between different territories. So I can move this guy in between these two territories. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to move this guy here, and I'm going to move this guy. My thought is, I haven't found a perfect strategy yet, but typically my way of playing like Risk is that I go out and I try to expand my horizons so that I can be able to deal with this. Now, one of the things I can do here is I can double up my armies. I can put both of these guys here. And now when this guy tries to attack me, I have double the armies, which may or may not be enough for me. I am still learning how to play this game to where I can actually do okay. And so we start off, we are the cannonball guys, and we have to shoot. So one of the problems is they just sit there while I'm trying to shoot. And so I can move my my gun guys, the cavalry guys, so I can shoot at the infantry. Now, the cool thing is because I have two armies, if I can't beat this one army with two, that's pretty sad. Well, it is pretty sad because I'm bad at this game. So I have my second string of army coming in. So the problem is these guys just sit there until it's like, really? There's no AI or anything that says how to make these guys fight? And the controls for me are just really clunky. My opinion is with this kind of thing, you should have essentially superior numbers. I think I don't know. Should be able to just win, similar to like a Risk game where it's like, okay, well, you have better odds if you have more guys, right, than your enemy. Well, in this, you actually have to fight. And I fought, and yeah, I won, but it would be a Pyrrhic victory in that I lost almost all of my guys, even though I won. So it's kind of annoying. And so I like it, but I have had a hard time playing it. So it says, it takes time to be good at this game, especially the mini games. That's what I prefer as a 2-player game. I could do it as a 2-player just so that I can show it on stream. But, it's like, who can I beat against the computer that way? Maybe. See if I can just go here and just, he'll just take my guys, but, I can just, probably not a winning strategy to do it this way, but just to, grab my guys and go take care of all of his stuff over here. But he'll just come along now. He has a secondary army, so that's not going to work. But this game has potential of being really cool. One of the problems I had was the controls when you're dealing with a joystick. Oh wow, I haven't done this mini game before. Let's see, how do I jump? I can't, maybe? Do I have to do... Gotta love the music. The bouncing sound. Yeah. Ouch. It's a funny game though, as far as the sound effects and all that. So I was not able to take the fort. Okay, yeah, he's gonna kill me here real fast. Okay, at least we don't have a bridge. I have my 2 dudes. All right, guys, you can make it. You can do it. All right. You guys got this. You guys got this. Just 2 guys. No problem. Against a whole army. See if I can just kill one guy. One guy. That's all I gotta do. Here, you got one guy. No, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, it didn't make it. Well, well, Captain, what have you done? Defeated by the Confederates in 6 months. There must be some traitors within your ranks. I wonder who. I love that. Very cool game. I understand why people really like it, but it's hard. I'm a Risk player, so not a problem. I play board games all the time, so it's actually, it seems kind of like between Risk and Battle Chess almost. Although even in Battle Chess, you don't get to do anything during the mini games. You actually have to be good at fighting at those things, and I don't know. I prefer the strategy aspect of saying, okay, I've got 10 guys, you got 5 guys, I should win, or very close to being winning all the time. So that's why it's a little bit funny. Has good humor because it was based on a comic. Interesting. I did not know that. Cool. Yeah, it definitely seems very comic-y. Yeah, let's move on to the headliner here, Stardust. This is one that kept showing up in every thing that I have found for being cool games on the ST, especially, I guess, STE. It was one of the few exclusives as far as I know. Another thing that I had a problem with dealing with North and South was I was trying to use the keyboard. And while that would be okay, in emulation, Steam has an issue with key repeating. And I've mentioned it before in the forums, and no one seemed to know what I was talking about. When you're dealing with arrow keys, you have to map the arrow keys, and the mapping is set up so that the key repeats don't work. And so I ran into problems with Obsession as well, because you couldn't launch the ball because you have to hold down the down button, and that doesn't work. So it might have been better playing the game. If I was using keyboard, it'd been probably better to play it within Atari, but I just mapped the keys on my joystick, and then I was able to do it that way. So we got a nice crawl here, which was kind of an odd, obvious Star Wars-esque thing. Which I'm not sure why they did this. It's like, kind of don't really need to do this, but oh well. Just to be more epic, I guess. Insert disc 2. Okay, so I'm inserting disc 2. And one of the things that's annoying with Steam, you don't notice it here, but it will, when you insert a disc, or the second disc, it will automatically reduce from full screen. It's like, why? I don't understand why. It doesn't make any sense to me. So music on this is really awesome. My guess is because this is ST, I believe this is STE only. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong. They were able to use DMA music and stuff, so much better to be able to do the music on the STE, as well as being able to do music here and have samples for sound effects. And this is probably one of the best Asteroids style game that I know of. I had not played it until recently. I was like, okay, I see why people really like this game. The movement on it, the style of it is just really good. This was confusing to me. to figure out where you need to go. It's like, what the heck? So we go over here. The controls are a little bit odd on this map screen. But it has, you know, you hit the back button for shields and stuff. And it's just, man, it's really good. See if I can get that power up. Maybe. The loading times in Steam are awesome compared to the original floppy drive. Yeah, I imagine. Well, it just loaded 2 discs worth of game in here. So, yeah. Explosions are really awesome. I love the sound effects with, you know, you get the power-ups and stuff. Just very well done. So we get a fire upgrade here. Not exactly sure where to go. Guess we probably want to clear out this sector. Yeah, that makes sense. Possible weapon transport, huh? Looks like I still have my upgraded gun, so that's cool. I like the fact that when you get hit, you don't just immediately get destroyed. You just get pushed around and stuff, which is much cooler than than just instantly destroying. I do need shield. All right, fine. This controls on this is weird. Possible weapon transport. Whoa, that's cool looking. Ouch. Don't really want points. Ooh, it's X. Oh. Your rank as a Stardust pilot. Waste of space. Wow. The mission select screen looks like the developers tried to do something cool like the main game failed and just put a drawing they made on the spot. I like it. Kinda, yeah. So this is very late, 1994. What's interesting is, can I go to the next... I don't know if I can go away from the planet. Can I? Because I haven't completed this level yet. The controls on this screen are bizarre. It's like, okay, right, turns right. Okay, turning, that's fine. It just doesn't work the way you would think it would work. Need to learn to use my shields more. Used them all. I used them. So. I don't want points. I think you need a password to go to the other sectors. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it did ask for a password at the beginning, like before I started the level. It's like the password was A. I imagine once I've completed all of them, I'll get there. Now, one thing I do like is the fact that you can choose different levels in the same sector. Now, not much difference, but points. See, now, we were talking about the voice call-outs. Blind Zombie, nice. The voice call-outs in, what was it? Starglider, or Goldrunner, not Starglider. Yeah, they had some in Starglider as well, but the ones that they did in Goldrunner seemed a bit excessive, whereas on this, they did a good job with it. I think the having the robotic voice definitely made it much cooler. I don't want points. It's a lot more. It works much better. Doesn't seem so foreign to me as the voice call outs. You're doing great. It's just like bizarre. Whatever. But the robot voice, that's just cool. Makes me really want to do a next time I do a sound effect for a game, just set up a vocoder just to do record the sound effects. Come on, change. I'm about destroyed here. Boom. This is one. Oh, I like that. I want that. What was I gonna say? Oh, the whole accuracy thing. It's kind of like every time I play a game where it has accuracy after the level, you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have just held the button down the whole time. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Come on, change. Oh, it just went away. Thanks. I was going to change it into something else. Goldrunner has one of my favorite ST chip tunes, but the game, yeah, we were talking about that. Cool-ish. The gameplay on this is much better. I mean, different kind of game, obviously, but the gameplay on this is top notch. This is definitely there's a reason why I when I do the order for the games, I what's that? Is that self-destruct? I'm an amoeba. Okay. I definitely yeah. I definitely pick the order. Shot accuracy 17%. Woo-hoo. I definitely the order in which I pick the games is definitely not random. Well, not always random. So I tend to put the games that are better at the top or at the bottom, so that, well, ideally people stick around until the end. So this one is no exception. I definitely think that this is, in my opinion, the best one of the night or the day, for me, definitely. And it's up there on my list probably. I'm At some point I want to do a video of my favorite Atari ST games, and I've been putting it off because, well, there's so many games that I need to play still, that how can I say what are the best? Well, I guess there's a difference between saying what's my favorite and what are the best. So, but this definitely goes on there. In any case, think that's about it for me. As always, appreciate you guys being here. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button. And, if you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And see you next week, next Sunday. And I'll be doing Atari 8-bit games. I switch off between ST and Atari 8-bit. So, yeah. So, as always, see you in the next adventure. Take care, guys.